Hey, what's up, guys? I got a little thing I wanted to go over with you guys. For those of you out there trying to obtain sinew and you have trouble with it, I have a couple of options for you. The first option is call your local butcher, and usually you can get cow tendon. Just call them up, let them know what you're doing, making archery supplies, traditional primitive archery supplies. Tell them, you use it to back bows, put it on arrows, whatever. They'll usually give it to you for free because they're going to throw it away. There is absolutely no difference between cow sinew and deer sinew besides the name. You can tell people, hey, I use deer sinew, or hey, I use cow sinew. But structurally, there's no difference. There's no difference in strength or anything like that. What they'll usually do is they'll give you from like the ankle down of a whole cow ankle foot with a hoof, the bone in it, and 3 nice tendons that are about 1.5 foot foot long, and they're really strong and real thick. You just dry them out for 2 weeks, hang them in a tree 2 to 3 weeks depending on where you're at, and they'll be dried out real good, and you can use them, process them like that. I'll be posting another video on how to process sinew. In fact, if you go through my other videos, I think I've already got one up. Anyway, that's one way you can get sinew for free. Another way is you can order deer leg, white-tailed deer leg sinew, and back sinew from the back strap from a place online called thecrazycrowtradingpost.com. It's out of West Texas, I believe, and it's like a tribe, it's a Native American website. You can buy a lot of cool stuff off there, actually. But another thing you can do, the third option, is if you don't have the money and you don't have any sinew, you can't really back bows with what I'm about to show you, but you can, however, tie on arrowheads and make arrows with it. And I'll go over that with you just in a second here. Alright, so here is an arrowhead that I tied on, and this isn't sinew on there, it's actually sewing thread and gel super glue. And what you do with this is you put super glue all over this area first. Then you take the thread and you wrap it around the super glue, and then at the end of it you just kind of take your fingers and just kind of smooth it out, and then make sure you wipe your fingers off and don't touch them. Let the super glue dry without touching anything, and then you can just flake it right off your fingers. And it is strong. Once you cover it with super glue, I don't know if you can't really see it on there. This is actually a construction strap that I made into a hell of an arrowhead. But yeah, it gets very strong, and it works. It's hard as a rock. The super glue basically turns the sewing thread into like a fiberglass, and it works very good. I even stick it down in the notch and then put the arrowhead down into it, and it holds the arrowhead in place very well. This thing is not going anywhere. It's a good, I've shot this a bunch of times. In fact, I shot this arrow, it was a dowel rod arrow that I made, and I shot it so many times into this tree over here. Look at that beautiful day. Beautiful day. Anyway, I shot this so many times into this tree. See, here's one that I shot, and look, I break the arrows before the heads break. So the heads will bend and everything, but they will not break. That's just red sewing thread with super glue on it. And these are hardwood dowel rods. I had to cut that one off to get the head off of it because I wanted to replace the head with a glass bottle head, and I actually didn't even use super glue on this, just a little dab right there because I was trying out new napping points, flint napping points, which I'm getting pretty good at making. But anyway, so I hope that helps you. You can use sewing thread and super glue to make arrowheads instead of using sinew. Now, I found this out over trial and error, and it works really well. I use it on my river cane arrows, and it works pretty good. So I hope I've been helpful. Get out there and make some stuff. Do some things the old way. They had it right. Peace.